Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I've got some updates to do in the garage fish room, which is just right over there. I want to show you guys what I've been working on though. Right here, this is like the path to the garage fish room. I've just been doing some stuff here. I hope these hedges, whatever you call them, will grow, because this area doesn't get much light. Maybe we get a little bit of sunlight, but I just planted these in. Hopefully they can grow well. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I've just been cleaning stuff up. So yeah, let's take a look in the fish room. So I got a couple of questions asking something along the lines of, why not redo the entire garage fish room first before adding tanks in? And the answer to that is because I simply can't. I can't do the entire thing because this section right here is my uncle's stuff. Like you can see, he drives a Volkswagen Beetle. He keeps his spare parts in here, and I just don't want to touch any of this stuff, so I'm leaving that all for now. But there is potential for this room, I can tell you that, because we've already got this set up right here, and there's so much space in here, so maybe I can help him neaten things up a little bit. Over in this corner, it's just like where all the trash is. Maybe some stuff we might need to keep. I've got to ask around my aunt, grandmother, uncle, because some stuff they might want to keep. Some stuff is obviously trash here. Over there's a bathroom. There's actually a toilet in this room, but you can see the door is all beat up. It's all messy. I think we can get that cleaned though, I'm not sure. Or maybe just change out the door. But this is what I've done with the section that I've got to work with right now. I've painted these pillars green, my favorite color. If you guys didn't know, green is my favorite color. I think I'm still gonna put a second coating on this. You can still see there's some tape left. Sorry about the darkness. It's hard to film against the sunlight. But yeah, there's, oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. See, there's tape. So I'm still gonna have to put a second coating, repaint, and yeah, a few of you said do the ceiling white. I might do that because I think white ceiling would look nice. Yeah, so that's what I've got done. And I did a little thing. I did some shopping. So let me show you what I did. So I got some tanks here. Look, these are two 15-gallon tanks, 60 cm, same as these. So I'm gonna have these two up here. And I've got one more just in case. Probably have it like a plant holding tank. I made a video in the past of me setting up a plant holding tank, stock tank. I'll put a video up there. But I didn't really like that one, and I wasn't committed. I didn't put a CO2 system on it, so the plants weren't growing so well. And I knew that. You can see some of the plants are still in this tank right there. But I think I'll do a proper one maybe there. I'm not sure yet. But I've also got two smaller tanks. These are 45 cm tanks. I think they're 10 gallons if you convert it to the gallon system. How many liters? 20, does it say there? Can you see? Is it 23 liters? Oh no, 35 liters. So 35 liters, I think that's around 10 gallons. So I'm planning to put this maybe on another rack system here for some breeding. We'll see what happens. But right now, I want to set one more of these tanks up because I've got some soil. I want to kind of do the same system as this, and I've got some plants as well. Also, I got a linear air pump right here. Got this online. This one's very popular. Many Japanese people, fish keepers, use this pump. So I just went with it, see how well it'll work. Probably will put that on that rack and do like a whole loop system, air looping, whatever you call it, system that goes, yeah, whatever. There's the tank we're putting. Of course it's gonna be stuck together, and I'm gonna have to do something about the pump. That's why I got that one, but I don't have a place to put it up yet, so we're gonna have to do that slowly. So these are the materials I have. I've got my pumice stone. If you guys were watching the video of this setup, I used it in the bottom underneath the soil. I've been told that having pumice under the soil helps aerate the bottom better so the plants can grow their roots in much healthier, and it also houses beneficial bacteria, which is good for the tank. And then I forgot to show you this, but I got 2 sets of LED lights. They're 4 foot long, so one will be going up above and one will be going down below for a future tank down here. But yeah, these lights are basically the same thing you get in the US, except they call them the Phoenix Stingray. Over here, they're called the Kotobuki Flat LED SS1200. I've got some soil right here. This is the ADA Amazonia soil, and this is not enough, so that's why I've got another bag over there. But the first thing I want to do before setting this tank up is I want to clean the inside and outside of the glass, and then I want to put this background sticker on the tank, just like how I did with these ones. Check that out, that looks really good in my opinion. Sorry about all the reflections, but it is what it is. Next up, I'm gonna put some of this pumice stone on the bottom. I've already got some washed up in here. You want to wash this before using it, so I'm gonna go and just place it in, just like that. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Next up, I'm gonna put some soil in, like you see right here. The soil, let me show you, is ADA's Amazonia soil. It's 100% natural soil, and I really like this soil, even though it has less nutrients than the previous generation one. I like it. And the plants are growing slowly. You can see the Cryptocorini is growing, but they are slow growers, and I'm using a light on this tank that it's not spread out evenly, so that's why some areas will grow slower, some areas will grow faster. And I've got this cover on, so this cover blocks quite a bit of the light out, but I don't really mind that. That's why I chose Crypts for this tank, because they're really hardy. They are slow growers, but they're super beautiful when they get big. There's many varieties of them. That's why I want to do as many Crypt tanks as I can, and I'm excited to see them develop. This right here is the supplement that I didn't put in. Again, you're supposed to put this in before you add the soil, but I kind of have a different style of doing it. I kind of use this as root tabs. So once I start planting, I'm gonna put these near where the plants are, so that the plants get the most out of this. Okay, so there's about 1 to 2 inches of soil in here. Yeah, you can kind of tell, I'm not sure. About 3 to 4 centimeters. Next up, I'm gonna add some water in so that it makes the soil nice and damp, and then I'm gonna start planting. And the plants I've got right here, again, same as that tank, not the same plants, but like that tank, I went for 1 ADA Crypt and 1 Tropica Crypt. Today I'm using a different method to dampen the soil. I'm using the garden hose. Yeah, just let's see how this works. Oh wow, that is so easy. This is how the ADA professionals do it, so I'm just testing it out. So you don't have to wet the soil. This is not a necessary step for planting, but I found that this method is just much easier. The plants go straight in and you don't have to worry about them floating up once you fill the tank up. So what plants did I get? I got Cryptocorini Wenti Tropica and Cryptocorini Wenti Green. And you can see that Tropica marks it as an easy plant, and ADA, they don't mark it, but it is an easy plant. Planning for the Wenti Green to go in the back and the Tropica to go in the front. just gotta say that I really love the texture of the Cryptocorini Venti Tropical. If you look at the leaf texture, it's just really nice. It feels really nice to touch too. Can you see the texture? It's got the wavy leaf and it's kind of got like a rough touch. I really like this plant. Let's take a look at how the crypt has grown in this tank. You can see the Tropica undulatus red. It's not red right now. Hopefully it gets red. I'm not so sure how it'll turn out, but you can see they've grown a ton. And this is the Cryptocorini lucens from ADA, and this has grown a lot too. So I'm really happy with how they're doing. And the plant in the back is just there temporarily. That's a Java fern trident, Microsorum trident. And then right behind that, it's hard to see, but there's an Anubias coffeefolia right there. I just saw those at the store and I really wanted it, so I just took it. And they're in here temporarily, but hopefully I can move them to their own tank. Hopefully soon I can move these fish. The Sabor resplendens, look at the red faces. Oh my goodness, beautiful. And then the ones that aren't red are the females. So hopefully I can get some breeding out of those, and I want to move them into this tank. And the reason why I've got a gap in the middle is because I want to put like a tray there and have like a spawning site so that they can breed in there. So that's why I purposely left it open there. And I've done the same thing here too, so maybe next time we can get Galaxy Rasboras or something like that for this tank. I'm not sure, but I'm really excited. Look at the honey gouramis looking really nice. Now, the next step is to, of course, fill the tank up. Let's do that. So I filled this tank up. I did a water change on this tank, and now I'm doing a water change on this tank too. You can see for some reason the water is pretty cold today. I've got 2 more lids right here that I've pre-made. So we can go and attach this, and there's the other one. And check that out, perfect. So now we've got another one with a nice flippy lid. Once I get this linear air pump set up somewhere over there, I'm gonna get rid of this tiny little one because this one's not gonna be able to filter every single tank here. So once I do that, I'm gonna lower the level of the water in this tank, slide it over so that it sticks together, have this tank over here. It'll look something like this, except that there won't be a gap here. All the tanks will be stuck together this way. But I'll have extra space here, and maybe this will be an area where I can store my dry foods or some other stuff, some equipment. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I've got to get this light hooked up, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So this light is gonna be able to cover all 4 tanks, and I'm gonna be taking this one off and putting that down there. That tank is in a terrible state. And now a quick update on the Aquascape 60p aquarium. Looking really good. Look at the fish. I fed them earlier, but they're all schooling together really nicely. There's algae on the glass. I haven't been able to take a good look at this tank in a couple of days, but the plants have been growing super well. There's some crypts in this tank as well. This is the Cryptocorini exorodi. There's more in the back over there. You can see a shrimp right there. Let me show you more of the crypts. There's more in this corner as well. But the Vallisneria is taking over. Alright, I've got to do some trimming of the Vallisneria. I've got to trim the Myriophyllum Guyana dwarf as well. Look at that. They've just grown to the top. Is that a snail climbing out? What the heck? Alright, but yeah, I've got to do some maintenance on this tank. Look at the Pinnatifida though, growing out of the water. Beautiful. So I still haven't changed the lily pipes on this tank, as you can see, and that's because in the last video I mentioned that the sizing of the pipes are different with the hosing that I have, and I was thinking whether there's 2 options right now. Option number 1 is to get lily pipes that actually fit this size tank right here, and that's the right size for this tubing. And option number 2 is to use the lily pipes that I received, but get an adapter and adapt these 2 hoses to a larger hose, which will make it look a little bit messy. It'll make maintenance harder when I have to clean the hose tubing. It'll just make things harder and make things messier. I'm gonna have to have an adapter somewhere here and somewhere here. I'm not really going towards that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Option 1 or option 2. I'm heading more towards the idea of getting lily pipes that actually fit this setup. It might be a little bit expensive, but that's okay because I want this room to look as nice as possible. This room I'm trying to make like a studio. That's why I always call it the mini studio. We're still in the little beginning stages of this room, but hopefully we can make this thing, this entire room look nice. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time.